This is the Eastern Idaho Planning Briefing for Tuesday, February 23rd. Thank you for joining us this morning. Taking a look at the weather impact summary, we have snow pushing through the region this morning. Along with that, winds will be quite gusty ahead of this system, with the potential for some blowing and drifting snow as well across the Teton Valley and portions of the southeast highlands. As we get into the day on Wednesday, we'll have some colder temperatures filter in for the day Wednesday and into Thursday. And then beyond that, the pattern looks to remain unsettled Friday and into the weekend. Current satellite view across the area this morning, we can kind of see this weak system moving through as we speak, which is bringing us the snow and wind. As far as weather impacts here, today across the Snake Plain and Magic Valley, really the primary focus will be the wind. Certainly possible that we could see a brief snow shower as this system moves through, but not expecting a whole lot of in the way of accumulation. Across portions of the higher terrain, especially the eastern and southeastern highlands, this is where we will see some decent snow accumulations along with those blowing and drifting snow concerns. And we are already seeing some localized road closures across portions of the eastern highlands today. And these gusty winds will continue through the afternoon, and we'll go into a little more detail here shortly. With that, snow showers will remain across the higher terrain as we get into the day tomorrow. As we move into Thursday, the first half of the day looks to be pretty clear. Then our next system that's kind of moving in Friday will bring some afternoon snow showers to some of the higher terrain, and then more widespread snow showers can be expected as we get into the day Friday and Saturday. As far as high temperatures are concerned today, cooler than what we saw yesterday, and for a lot of these folks, especially across the lower Snake and Magic Valley, these high temperatures are occurring right now, and these temperatures will go down a few degrees as the day progresses once the sun comes up. But so these high temperatures, like I said, are AM high temperatures across this area. But as you can see, generally temperatures below freezing for a good portion of the area, with these Magic Valley and Lower Snake locations generally in the mid to upper 30s. As I said, winds will be a huge concern today. These are the wind gusts expected this morning. It's quite windy here at the Pocatello Airport right now, with our winds gusting around 45 to 50 miles per hour at the present time. So a good portion of the area will see gusty winds today, with the primary area of the strongest winds generally from Pocatello up through Blackfoot, Idaho Falls, and over into Swan Valley, up into the Teton Valley as well. And this is where we are seeing some road closures right now between Ashton and Rexburg and Driggs from some of that blowing snow that's going on. Those gusty winds will continue into the afternoon, although they will start to subside a little bit as we get closer towards sunset. But nevertheless, we do have a wind advisory that remains in effect generally for this area in here through much of the afternoon. As far as the snowfall amounts are concerned, this graphic says tonight, which is basically from, say, midnight to about right now. So this is probably already fallen a good chunk of these numbers here, but this is generally what we're expecting during portions of the overnight hours. And as we get into the 5 a.m. to 5 p.m. Time frame, we're expecting an additional 1 inch of snow or so from the Island Park to Ashton, Rexburg areas, and also as you head over towards Driggs and Swan Valley as well. Again, in the Snake Plain, not expecting a whole lot with this system as it moves through. Certainly can't rule out a brief snow shower, but generally not expecting much in the way of accumulation. Temperatures will get colder behind this system. Our overnight low temperatures for tomorrow morning, generally expecting some single digits as you head up towards the Montana Divide and Island Park area and into the central mountains, with the remainder of the area in the mid-teens to mid-20s. But as we get into the day, Wednesday, temperatures look to remain generally below freezing, at or below freezing for a good portion of the area. The only exception being perhaps portions of the Magic Valley, which will rise a few degrees above freezing during the afternoon. But the coldest morning does look to be Thursday morning, with widespread single digits and some below zero readings expected. And the warmest locations, if you want to call it that, is generally from Pocatello over towards Burley, with temperatures in the teens as you wake up Thursday morning. And as I mentioned, we have another system moving in on Friday. Here's a look at some early snowfall totals. Things could still change with this, but generally at the moment on Friday, it looks to be primary snowfall looks to be focused across the higher terrain here in the central mountains, with Sun Valley expected to get 2 to 3 inches or so, some slightly higher totals as you head up towards Stanley. And across the eastern and southeastern highlands, looks like a 1 to 2, maybe 1 to 3 inch snow event, with some light snowfall totals possible in the Snake Plain. Again, it's still early, so we have a few days to kind of fine-tune these numbers a little bit, but just to give you an idea of what we might expect here as we get in towards the day Friday. So again, we have that snow pushing through the region right now, and it will remain windy with the wind advisory in place for portions of the area through the afternoon. Colder temperatures filter into the area on Wednesday, with a remaining unsettled weather pattern as we get into Friday and the weekend. As always, if you need any additional assistance, please feel free to reach out to us. And thank you for joining us this morning, and see you again on tomorrow.